Kenya's Gold.
A very good evening to each and every one of you from wherever it is that you are watching us from. Thank you so very much for joining us right here at Kenya's Gold. Another perfect day for us to passionately continue with our mission of learning from our farmers, appreciating our farmers, inducting and onboarding new farmers like you and I. Now, without any ounce of doubt, I can confirm to you that we do have an absolutely brilliant show lined up for you, and we will be unpacking it piece by piece starting now. Thank you so very much for joining us. My name is Violeta Ngina.
Jina langu ni Emmanuel Terer. Miaka 29 siku moja sio?
Oh yeah. Plus 29 years old now.
Lakini na siku moja
yes.
Sasa muongeza. Keki?
We wacha hizo, hakuna domsi. Ni Januari.
Asante sana kwa kukubali kisumbuzi chako kisalia katika runinga ya Citizen. Pakubwa sana tutakuwepo sote kadri tufike tamati. Tumekuandalia mengi katika makala hayo Kenya's Gold, kipindi ambacho kinakufafanulia mengi kuhusiana na makala ya ukulima. Lakini sasa tuangazie yale ambayo tulizungumzia jana.
Ukulima bado ni kama dhahabu yetu kama wa Kenya, na hapa West Pokot pia ukulima ndio nguzo ya uchumi ya watu ya West Pokot. Sisi tunalima mimea na pia tunafuga mifugo. Nafikiri ile mainstream kilimo yetu kubwa ni mambo ya mifugo, lakini kama sisi serikali ya kaunti tunahimiza watu waanze kutulia, wafuke ng'ombe chache, mbuzi chache, yale yana faida zaidi. Vijana wasifikirie ni pesa mingi ndio inasafanya wewe kuwa tajiri. Unaweza anza na kidogo, na hiyo unaendelea kidogo na itakupatia faida.
Na jana amezungumza sana yule gavana, akasema kwamba angependa sana kuona watu wakiingia katika ukulima ambao tunasema sasa unachanganya. Unakwenda kule, unachukua kile, unaunganisha na kile, na baadaye basi mezani utapata vyakula vyako.
Absolutely correct. That was such a fantastic conversation you did have, and it was also very nice to see how farmers in Machakos County are going ahead with coffee farming. However, switching gears to the agenda of the day, Wednesday being all about animal farming, we dig deep into chicken farming. Last week we did have the pleasure of learning so much from a very young boy in Nakuru County who had just recently ventured in chicken farming. However, today we dig deep on the same, but this time from a farmer who has been in the business for a decade plus. What has made it possible for her to have such longevity? We find out about that and a lot more in our Gold feature coming right up. Take a look. Now, welcome to today's Gold feature, where we are going to be continuing with our journey on chicken farming, layers to be specific. Now, we have seen your comments and your concern regarding chicken farming, and that's why right here at Kenya's Gold, we have taken it upon ourselves to meet more thriving farmers in the chicken space that can give us their story on how they moved from grass to graze in the agricultural sector. Now, right about now, we are in Murang'a County, where we are going to be meeting a farmer who now has 4,000 chicken for layers, and she'll definitely be shedding more light on that success story. Come along with me. Let us meet our farmer of the day. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Mom. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Asante sana kwa kutualika kwa shamba yako. Naona hapa kuna kazi unafanya. What are you doing right now?
I'm sorting. As you can see, this one it's broken. So it has a broken plate. So we sort it. We keep it aside. So that we don't keep in the store when they are broken.
So collection inaendelea saizi.
Collection inaendelea saizi. They are collecting the eggs. When they come here, they need to be sorted out so that we don't. The broken ones are separated.
All right.
They can be eaten or sold.
All right.
Broken eggs.
Aya, sasa hata kabla tufike hapa kwa collecting na breaking, we want to know your whole story. So tuambie tunaanzia wapi?
We are going to start. We can go to the third floor.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Lead the way.
the way is here.
All right.
You come. You first disinfect here.
How often do you change this water?
After a day.
All right, let's go.
Yes.
Now, Mom, thank you so very much for having us here, and you are doing absolutely well. You have about 4,000 layers chicken. Please tell us your journey. Ulianzaje ufugaji wa kuku, and which year was that?
We started as a small business in the year 2000.
Okay.
By then, our children were young. Then after going to business for about 5 years, by then we didn't have many chicken. The most we could raise was 600. So we saw that the eggs were being flooded from Uganda. They could come and flood in the country, so we had nowhere to sell the eggs. We decided to do away with the business. We forgot about it. We started educating our children. Then after our children finished and now most of them were employed, that is when we came back to the business, 2019.
Hapo wakati ulikuwa unaanza in the year 2000, how much money did you have when you were starting with, and how much capital did it require you to put up that structure at the time?
It was just a matter of trial and error. We didn't have enough money. We could even ask for credit from the supplier of the feeds. Then we struggled. It was just to struggle with the business.
Right.
We didn't have enough capital.
So now in 2019, after umechukua hiyo break yote, ni nini likufanya tena ukarudi katika ukuzaji wa kuku?
I knew it was a good business. Also, you inquire from other farmers what they are doing. So you get to know the business is good now.
All right.
And that time, we didn't have much to do with our children. They were already out of our hands.
How much did it roughly cost you? And did you have someone giving you advice on what you need to do to make sure that the structure is well, and also you're getting your chicks from a trustworthy breeder?
It took us 1 whole year to build this house because we are doing it slowly by slowly. Then when we finished, that is when you are gathering money for the chicken. You earn even a loan.
So roughly
Yes.
how much did you have to invest to come up with this structure?
It took around 800 to 1 million.
Now wakati ulikuwa unaendea your chicks now, where did you get them from? And also how old were they when you were bringing them?
1 day old. You get them from 10 chicks. You book, then they will give you a date when to bring the chicks. They bring them here because they are very delicate and they are many. So we booked. After around 1 month or 2, they brought us the chicks.
So how many did you start with?
We started with 4,000. We brought all of them.
So wakati ulikuwa unaanza building the structure, who was giving you guidance on what you need to do so that you make sure the house is okay, the ventilation is okay, umeendea the chicks from a trustworthy breeder? Where was your source of information?
Before you start anything, you inquire from other farmers what they are doing. So we had to go even up to Peno, Vika. You see what other farmers are doing, how they have built their structures. That is when you come with you get the whole idea. You modify where you need to modify.
So as a farmer, unaweza sema, what has been some of the major challenges you have faced with layers chicken?
Some of the challenges is the feeds. Sometimes you might see this time round they are laying very well. Another round they bring you some other food feeds. You see they have dropped, and when they drop, you know the eggs they drop.
Now give us a clear picture of what you mean when you say the layers can be laying very well and sometimes they drop. How does that look like?
Good layers for the first 1 year of laying or 10 months, they should lay at least 90%. 90%. If they drop, they should go to 85, 86, like that.
And so when there's a challenge with the feeds at a farm level, how are you able to mitigate that?
You have to tell the supplier that their feeds are not doing very well. Sometimes even we call the doctors who help us. We tell them the challenges we are facing. They will tell you what to do.
Other people who are aspiring to be chicken farmers, but their fear is the diseases. Tunasikia story kwamba saa zingine unaweza kuja you find your chicken are dead. What have you done to make sure that you're able to maintain the health of your chicken? Because they're doing absolutely well.
Those are rare cases. And that is most of them, they are mistakes from the farmers because you want to skip some steps like vaccination. You have to go every vaccination, follow the schedule.
So do you do it yourself or do you normally have a vet who comes and does it for you?
We have a vet who comes.
Besides vaccination, what else are farmers supposed to do to ensure that the chicken are kept in the correct way?
One, you have to get feeds that you know they are certified, because if they are not good, they can poison the chicken. The other thing, you have to maintain cleanliness. Like now, when we were coming to this room, we had to dip our legs somewhere. And also, you should not allow people to come from outside, from anywhere, and enter your rooms. Maybe somebody had gone to another place where there is a disease, then they come here. Even when they want manure, we don't allow their bags inside. Even if they come with a bag, we take ours, we put manure, then we go, we put it for them.
Pia tumesikia mambo ya regulating temperature is very important in a chicken house. How do you manage to achieve that?
Their body temperature is also high. So you have to give them enough air.
How many trays do you get in a day?
100 plus. Like now they have dropped a bit. You can see they are shedding their feathers. Now they are a bit old. Now they have dropped, but they are sometimes used to correct even 100 and that.
All right. How are you able to get markets?
You know they compete for the eggs. You are the one to choose whom to sell to. Now the one we sell to has a bakery in Nairobi, industrial area. He comes for the eggs every Friday. All of them.
For this particular supplier that you're working with, was it a personal contact? Was it a referral? Was it through social media? How did you get it?
The ones who are in business of selling eggs, they go around looking for the farmers. Now, if I would allow in this place, I would be selling to more than 10 farmers. But I just choose one.
What would you say is the advantage of making sure that this feeder is hung up?
You know, if you put the feeders down, they are used to kukwalusa chini. Now they will put the dust
in the food.
In the food.
And so how many times do you feed them? And also how many times do they have to take water in a day?
They take 80 bags in a day. Every 500 chicken, they take a bag of 70 kg. Now you have fed them properly. When you put them, like in these ones, the feeds are put 6:30 in the morning. They wake up, they start eating. From there, you don't go back to feeding them.
And drinking water?
Our water is automatic. Now this one, if you look at this one, the water is coming to the drinker.
Automatic.
It's automatic from the tank.
Now there's a challenge of cost of feeds being absolutely expensive for farmers and even kicking so many of them out of the business. What do you do yourself to be able to mitigate that?
One, you have to check if the feeds are not doing very well, you talk with the company. And you have the option to change. To change from this company to another one. Because sometimes you can't allow them to take you down. Still, the profit margin cannot be the same all the times. Sometimes it is high. Now there is a time we were selling eggs at 420 per tray. Now it is at 380. You see there is a difference of 40 shillings.
Yes.
But still, there is profit. Even if the profit is little, more than the one we had, you still continue with the business. You have to maintain the business.
So while starting out, you also mentioned the fact that the reason as why you stopped the business was because there was competition of products from different other countries like Uganda. Is that a challenge that we are still facing right now, or things are better now?
Today, the market is okay.
Now, you've seen the government very keen on the agricultural sector and offering a lot of support to different agri-sectors. But as a chicken farmer, if you was to receive support from the government, what would it look like for you?
They are very expensive. 3,500 to 3,800 a bag.
A bag?
A bag.
And how many bags do you need in a day?
I need 8.
So if there's a way the feeds can go down, then wakulima wa kuku watakuwa sawa?
Yes, the government can look at the cost of the feeds. The farmers can do very well. This business is not any other business.
Please explain what that means.
Let's say you start a hardware. You invest 2 or 3 million. It's very hard to get 300,000 in a month. And these ones, when the market is good, you get even around 400,000 in a month.
So what time do we collect eggs, and what is the best time to do the egg collection?
Collect eggs after every 1 hour. 8:30, 9:30. 10:30 like that until 4:30.
Kuna ule mkulima anakusikiza pale nyumbani and maybe they tried their hand in farming and then they also left and they were looking for an encouragement to come back. Please talk to them and encourage them on why it's important to try again, even if you fail for the very first time like you did.
You don't give up. We keep trying. Every business is trying. There is no business that has no challenges. So long as there is a plus, don't major on at being rich or what. First major on a plus.
Now, are you encouraging other younger people to get into the space of agriculture? Do your children have interest in agriculture?
Like myself, I'm old.
Yes.
And I'm doing the business. Why not young people? And they are the ones who need money to educate their children to feed their families. Farming is a business because it has good returns.
Now speak to the young person back at home who feels like for me to make money lazima niende mjini nitafute employment huko. Ukulima ni chafu, sitaki mambo ya ukulima. What do you have to tell them?
Farming is the best job. I wouldn't encourage somebody to go to town and start a business there. Go to the farm and start farming.
Ukulima iko na pesa
mingi na tena unakula unashiba. When I wake up in the morning, I take tea with milk. I have cows. I take milk. I sell the rest. I have the pigs. I sell them. You get allowed 200,000.
All right, thank you so very much for talking to us and keep up the good work that you're doing right here in Murang'a County. And thank you so much for talking to the young people.
Yes.
Tutaacha kukimbia huko mjini turudi mashambani, si ndio?
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Karibu
much.
sana.
Well, turns out I can be a chicken farmer. I just filled my tray. Okay, it's almost full. And the farmer promised that she's going to mentor me. So yeah, I'm an incoming chicken farmer. But that is all that we had for you in our gold feature. Of course, talking to Mom Consolata right here in Murang'a County and advising the farmers, if you fail the first time, please come back and try again and again until you get it correct. Now that is all we had for you right now. We are taking a short commercial break, but when we come back, we will have a vet joining us right here in this farm, and he will be shedding more light on the do's and don'ts of chicken farming and also giving us some marks on what we are getting correct in this farm and also what we can improve. Now see you after this short commercial break.